Hi everybody, I'm Fraylise and welcome back to another video. It's the 31st of January. You guys aren't going to get to see this until February 2nd, sorry. But I thought I would show you guys all the books I read in January and just give a brief summary about them. A few of them I've read for vlog, which I've already uploaded, so be sure to check those out. I will link them down in the description and let's get started because I read a bunch of books this month. This is going to be a bit of a long video, so let's get right into it. Of course, I'm pulling up the good old Goodreads and oh yeah guys, I got a new phone. I broke mine. Surprise! I had to get a new one. I got the iPhone 11, $1,000 later. So we're gonna start with the first one I read, which is Ruined Castles by Emma Jones. I read this January 1st and I filmed it in a reading vlog, so I'm not gonna tell you guys how it went. You can just watch that one. It'll be down in the description or up in the corner here. But I loved it. It's the wrap up to Elite Kings Club series by Emma Jones. I loved it. It was phenomenal. I rated this one a 5 stars, naturally. And then we're starting off strong with a DNF. I read Never Far by A.A. Dark. And this is a novella, I think. It was a short book if it wasn't a novella. It deals a lot with mental health in here. I just don't think I was in the space to read a book that really depicts mental health in that moment. I did not enjoy this. I DNF'd at 30%, but also the premise of the plot was not really flowing for me. I read some awesome books this month. Shit! Starting off strong. Here's where we come in strong. I read Debt by Nina Jones, and oh my god, guys, I've been thinking about this book every day since I read it. But instantly, it captured me, like instantly. I had found it, I think, on a Goodreads like group that they have. I don't really know. I haven't been on Goodreads very long, but yeah, it was in a Psychopaths Need Love Too group. And so naturally I read it. But I read this one on Scribd. This isn't a recommendations video, so I'm not going to give you guys the full rundown of the plot. The spice, like 10 out of 5. Only thing I think I didn't like was that his name was Tax. I just kept imagining him as Dax, so it really wasn't that big of a problem. But Tax, really? Next I read, oh yeah, My Name is Pink, which is the prologue novella before the Morally Questionable, but the first book is called Morally Corrupt series by Veronica Lancet, and I loved it. Another book instantly captured. I did talk about this one in my serial killer romance recs, so if you want to go check out what I think of these two, make sure to check out that video linked in the description. I gave both Debt and the Morally Questionable prologue and the book 4 stars, all of them. Phenomenal. So we really started off strong, and then we hit a little bit of a bump because I hit a little bit of a book slump. That rhymed! Then I read book 1 in the Anti-Heroes in Love duet by Gianna Darling, and I love Gianna Darling, but this one was not my favorite. It was really slow. While I liked Elena as a character, I didn't understand her a lot of the time, and probably the biggest part was that I didn't find Dante very attractive. I thought he was really cringy and his talk was not it. So I gave this one 4 stars, but I feel like it was 3.75 for me because it is dark romance. I rate all like decent, at least, dark romance books 4 stars. It was just lacking a little something. So I did go a bit into the second one, but I didn't love it very much, so I DNF'd for now. I don't know if I'll come back to it. Then I read Secrets We Hunt by Dana Isley. Pretty sure I got that name wrong, sorry. But this is her one night stand series, I think. And this is book 2. Yeah, I don't think I just love standalone novellas. I've never really enjoyed one. I've never rated one 5 stars, that's for sure. So I rated this one 3 stars, which is the most I can for a standalone novella. It was good. I liked the premise of the plot of friends to lovers. I liked how she was alpha sometimes in the relationship, but I gave this one 3 stars. Holy fucking shit. This one. I can't wait to give you guys the next recommendation video I have, because this one will be in it. No question. This is Swan Song by C. Lamari, and she might be one of my new favorite authors. The way this book was just flawless. It was just so easy to read, so easy to... Everything in this just kept me intrigued, interested, wanting more. This book was phenomenal. I loved the plot twist at the end. I threw my Kindle across the room with that, I swear. Next, I read Vengeful book 1 and 2 by K.V. Rose, and I just just one clicked these on Goodreads. I'm not too sure where I found them, why I read them. They weren't my favorite by KV Rose, I'll say that. Book 1, Let Me, is like the epitome of a college romance to me. It was just easy and kind of had predictable plot twists. But yeah, it was decent for a college romance, but that wasn't really what I was looking for, so I don't know why the fuck I read it. It was lacking to me. It was a certain shelf and like plot for college romances, and this fit it perfectly. The second one was better, I'd say. The premise of the plot was something I was really intrigued by. The hero really does not love easily, and for some reason I love those. I love unrequited love. But it also didn't fully deliver. So I love KV Rose. I'll still read all her stuff. Okay, honestly, I don't know what to say about this duet. It moved me so fucking much that I could not talk about it. Usually I write a little synopsis in my notes of each book so that when I recommend it to you guys, I can tell you a brief description of what the book is. And it's like a religion to me, honestly. But this one, I couldn't fucking write anything. These two books destroyed me. I'm gonna tell you what they are. What the fuck? This is the Bleeding Hearts duet by Dylan Page. So Torment book 1 and 2. Actually, it's not a duet. It's a book of 3. I didn't read the third one. There's no fucking way you could get better than this or move me more than this. So I was really torn on what to rate this, and I'm pretty sure I still haven't rated it on Goodreads, because this was the best book I've read in a long time, and yet it was so bad and awful and heartbreaking. It wasn't the author's writing or anything. This book was so fucking moving. I was broken. Torment part 2 was even more breaking, honestly. Basically, it's about this girl who, her and her mother were kind of abandoned by their father, and then she falls in love with the leader or like VP of an MC club. She ends up falling in love with her stepbrother, and then she ends up, I don't know what I can say. I think she has feelings for somebody else too. And I can't say no more. And then I kind of got a thing for motorcycle romances. So I read Hade's Hangman book 1 by Tilly Cole. This one was It Ain't Me Babe. Fucking love the cover, fucking love the name. This was awesome. Usually in book series, the first book is never my fave. Usually I hate them, honestly, but this one was my solid fave throughout the whole series. Really possessive, and it's kind of a love triangle, so I really enjoyed it. In this book, Styx and May find each other when they're really young, and they like forever remember each other, and then she gets like dumped in the back of one of his bars, and so he takes it upon himself to save the entire cult where she came from, including all her sisters and a bunch of her friends. So that's basically what the whole series is about. I loved it, first book especially. Then you have Heart Recaptured, which is about May's sister, and also really loved this one. This book was just solid. It wasn't anything special, but it was really good and it was really solid, if that makes sense. Souls Unfractured, which was a really highly anticipated one for me. Phenomenal. It was missing a little something because Flame, he cuts himself to let the flames out of his blood. He has tons of trauma. That's a whole nother story, literally that story. And I just really thought she could have played into that, you know? Deep Redemption was not my favorite, actually. I don't really remember what it was about. Oh yeah, this one was about Prophet Cain. I hate Prophet Cain. I struggled to get through this, less than I thought, but still struggled to get through it. I have a thing for religion, and he was literally the leader of their cult. So I basically rated this entire series 4 stars, so I'm just gonna preface with that. But then I read Damnable Grace. Did I read this one, actually? I did end up reading this one. I was not sure if I was gonna read it. I did enjoy seeing Phoebe and AK's story. Actually, it might be like my 3rd favorite from the series. Then I read the tiny novella about May and Styx's wedding. Heartfelt, not my favorite like middle of series novella though for some reason. Then I read Crooks Untamed, A Crooks Untamed. This is MMF, which if you've seen any of my videos, you know I love In Silence She Screams by Emma Jones. So no MMF story can beat that one. It was lacking a little something, like the MMF part of it was written fantastically, especially for being written in 2014, but it was just missing a little something. Don't know what. Since The Finisher had just come out, I read The Finisher by Runex. I love this series. I actually have a very special thing at the end of this video to show y'all that I got in the mail today. But I was super anticipating this one. I was really sad when it kept getting pushed back. So pumped when it finally got on my Kindle. I really enjoyed it. I love how alpha is, like, holy shit. He reminds me of Dax, who's actually Tax, from Debt by Nina Jones that I mentioned in the beginning. But yeah, I found Zephyr a little bit annoying. I love the setting of it though. I know Runex worked hard on that one and it's awesome. I did find Z a little annoying and the plot twist a little bit predictable. I think I rated The Finisher 4.25 stars. Then I read My Maddie, which is the last book in the Hades Hangman series. I did skip the 7th one. I don't know. He was literally part of the KKK. I didn't care to read about him. It was a little disappointing, I'll be honest, but it was really heartfelt. But yeah, My Maddie was a little bit disappointing. Basically, Flame has so much trauma around children because he's supposedly killed his younger brother, and then Maddie gets pregnant. While I see the need for the last book, like a wrap-up, because it was a great wrap-up, it was just missing a little something. I don't know. Then I read Wrecked by Lauren Asher, and I'm not going to include what I think of this in this video because I literally did a whole reading vlog where I read Wrecked and The Honeymooners and Punk 57, so I will link down in the description for you guys to check out because I worked really hard editing that shit. I had to overlay like 10 minutes of TikTok footage onto iMovie to edit and then export. That shit took forever. So make sure to check that one out. Please give it a thumbs up. But yeah, brief wrap up. I rated Wrecked 3 stars. I rated Punk 57 4.5. And I rated The Honeymooners 3. Or 2.75. And then I reread Lilac by BB Reed. When I first read this one, it was March 2021. And so I had it on my bookshelf. I got it a few days earlier. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna reread it. And so I didn't read the full thing. I read from page 200 to page 700, I think. I loved it as much as the first time. This shit is so hot. I kid you not. Plot twists are a little bit predictable, but I was really in it for the characters. I love them so much. Nothing can beat them in Reverse Harem, in my opinion. I will forever recommend this book. And then I read Hunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. This is the second book in the cat and mouse duet, and I've been waiting for it forever. Well, I thought the last one was really long and I didn't really see the need for a second one. It's pretty good. I didn't love how she was captured for like the majority of the book, and a lot of it revolves around her trauma, and the rest of like the plot and the bad guys is really pushed to the end. I'm literally 97% through it, so I have just a few more pages to go. So I think I'm gonna rate this one a 4-star, maybe a 4.25, because Zayd is really hot. He's hotter than I remember. And so I think that is all I'm gonna read in January. I might start another book, but I'll include that one in my February wrap up. We actually started, me and my family, we started watching Yellowstone this month, and while that shit is fucked, it's phenomenal. It's really fucked. Seriously, but it's awesome and it's taking up a lot of my time. Before I go, I do have 2 books to show you guys. I got them in the mail literally a few hours ago. I was waiting for the sun to move out of my window, which it now has, and now it's really dark. These 2 came while I was waiting though, and one of them, look at this, I'm so sad. Amazon. It's okay though, it's literally fun because I'll just like squish it under a bed or something to make it go flat again. I'll be including these in my next haul, which is probably gonna be a while away, but I got The Reaper by Runex. If you guys can see right over there, I have The Predator, and I've actually ordered The Emperor from my local bookstore, but I couldn't find The Reaper literally anywhere, so I ordered this one off Amazon. It's just stunning. I love how matte it is. If you've literally watched any of my videos, you'll know I love matte. And then I got this as well. This is the 3rd book in the Love Kills trilogy by Brianna Jean. One of my favorites of all time. I had to get this one. It took a while to get here. It came out December 14th, and I think I ordered it at the beginning of January, so it took a bit to get here. I'm so excited to have this on my shelf. Brianna, if you're watching this, please make matte covers. Please. So yeah, guys, that is all I read in January. I think that came out to like 25 books maybe. I suffered a bit of a reading slump at the very beginning, I'll be honest. So this is one of my lesser months, but a really enjoyable one, especially at the beginning. You had some solid ass books there. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed some of the books I read this month. I definitely enjoyed all of them, except for maybe that novella at the beginning of the month. That's okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!